So, AI is everywhere, right? It's all anyone's talking about. But today, we're going to talk about something a little different. Why all that AI hype? Well, it probably won't help your business. Let's get into it. Let's just kick things off with a pretty bold statement, because honestly, it's the heart of this whole conversation. The idea that you can just sprinkle some AI on your business and fix everything, it's probably one of the biggest and most expensive misunderstandings out there today. We're in the middle of a full-blown AI gold rush. Every software company, every consultant, they're all selling the dream. But here's the thing. When you actually look past the shiny marketing, for most businesses, that gold just isn't there. The reality, well, it tells a very different story. Okay, get a load of this number, 95%. That's not a typo, that's the percentage of many generative AI projects that show no real tangible return on investment. Companies are pouring billions of dollars in, and they're getting almost nothing back that they can actually measure. That's a massive gap between the hype and the results.
And here is a huge reason why. Gartner found that a whopping 60% of AI projects just get abandoned, dropped completely. Why? Because the data isn't ready. This isn't some small technicality. It's the crack in the foundation that brings the whole thing crashing down.
So, this gets to the heart of the problem. We're all treating AI like it's a magic wand. We think we can wave it at a messy, broken process, say for invoicing or customer service, and poof, it'll be fixed. But that's not what happens. In reality, you're just making your broken process run faster. You're just automating failure. And this leads to this really weird thing that economists are talking about called the AI productivity paradox. It's this idea that we're all using more AI, we feel busier, our work is scattered across more tools, but are we actually getting more done? The numbers suggest maybe not. And believe it or not, this isn't a new idea at all. They saw the same thing with computers back in the 80s. The economist Robert Solow famously said, "You can see the computer age everywhere but in the productivity statistics." And, well, here we are again, seeing the exact same pattern with AI. This quote from CIO magazine just hits the nail on the head. You should probably write this one down. AI is an amplifier. Think about it. If you point it at a process that's already clear, efficient, and well-structured, AI can supercharge it. It's amazing. But what happens if you point it at chaos, at a system with no clarity? Well, AI just amplifies that. It gives you more chaos, faster. So that brings us to what is, without a doubt, the single biggest hurdle for AI success, and it's the one most businesses stumble on: their data. You know the old saying, garbage in, garbage out? It has never been more true than it is with AI. Look, we have got to stop thinking about AI like it's some magical brain in a box. It's not. It's a machine. And that machine runs on data. And just like your car, if you put bad fuel into it, you are going to get terrible performance. It's that simple. And this is exactly what that failure looks like in the real world. On the left, you see a user asking a pretty simple question about their team's headcount, and the AI just gets it flat out wrong. And on the right, it basically just gives up, says it doesn't have enough info. In both cases, the result is the same. The person using it immediately loses all trust. And no trust means no one uses it, which means your entire investment is a total waste. So what do we even mean when we say bad data? Well, for most companies, it looks like the stuff on the left. It's data trapped in different spreadsheets, it's siloed, it's old, it's poorly labeled. It's a mess. What AI needs, what it craves, is the stuff on the right. A unified system where everything is connected, up to date, and full of rich context. Without that, you're literally building your AI strategy on sand. Okay, enough with the doom and gloom. That's the problem. So what's the solution? Well, it's not to give up on AI. Not at all. It's about getting ready for it. You have to build the foundation before you try to put up the house. The mantra here is first fix, then amplify. So here's the playbook. It's a simple 3-step framework. Now, it's simple to understand, not always easy to do. First, you have to fix your actual business processes. Just stop trying to automate chaos. Second, get your data house in order. Clean it, structure it, connect it. And third, and this is so important, you have to clearly define the specific problems you want AI to solve. Don't just go out and buy some AI. And when you do define those problems, you have to be really realistic about it. For most small businesses, you get the biggest bang for your buck by automating simple, repetitive stuff. Things like email responses or appointment scheduling. That has a huge ROI. But trying to do something like complex predictive analytics or AI-powered hiring when you don't have tons of data, well, that's just a fast track to wasting a lot of money.
All right, let's pull all this together. It is time to move away from all the hype and start building a real strategy. So before you spend another cent on some new AI tool, you need to ask yourself a serious question. Are you actually ready? This is the big one. This is the fundamental question. Is your business ready to be amplified? Because if you've got clarity and good processes and clean data, AI can be an absolute game changer. But if you don't, it's just going to be a very, very expensive mirror that shows you all the problems you already have. And to make it really practical for you, here's a quick checklist. These are huge red flags that you're wasting money. Are you paying for features you haven't even turned on? Does your team find ways to work around the tool instead of with it? Can you actually point to a number and say, this is how much it saved us? Does the AI need a human to constantly check its work? And the big one, did you buy it just because your competitor did? If you're nodding your head to any of these, it's time to hit pause and rethink things. If you forget everything else from this explainer, please just remember this one thing. This is the most important takeaway about AI in business. It is not a repair kit, it is an amplifier. Look, AI is an unbelievably powerful tool, maybe one of the most powerful we've ever seen. But at the end of the day, it's just a tool. And a tool, no matter how powerful, is useless if you don't have a plan. Build your strategy, fix your business, and get your data right first. Then you can bring in the AI to amplify all that good work. And that's our take for today. In our next one, we're actually going to get into some of those high ROI use cases for when you do have that foundation in place. So if that sounds useful, make sure you follow along for more. Thanks for watching.